Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we are going to be explaining exception handling in Java. So, exceptions are events that occur during the execution of a program that disrupt the normal flow of instructions. طيب exceptions يعني استثناءات، وهذه الاستثناءات يعني تظهر خلال الاكسكيوشن مال البرنامج، ويعني تخرب علينا البرنامج وتخليه يعني shut down. Okay, so to handle this, we want to use the try and catch methods. Okay, and so let's give an example. We will use the scanner class. I have already imported that over here, and we'll create a scanner. Scanner equals new scanner system dot in. Okay, and we are gonna ask the user to give us two numbers, and then we'll divide them together. Okay, so let's create a variable, or wait, first we will let the user give us the number. So enter number or variable 1. Okay, we'll enter a variable 1, and then we're gonna take an integer variable and it's gonna equal to integer variable 1. It's gonna equal to scanner dot next int. Okay, so the next integer that the user is gonna enter, it will be stored in variable 1, and then we'll do this for variable 2. So this is variable 2. Okay, and then we'll just copy this and we'll change the name here to 2. So variable 1 and variable 2, and then we are gonna add the two numbers together. So integer answer will equal to variable 1 divided by variable 2. Okay, so and then we'll display this on the screen. So variable answer will print out the answer. Okay, the answer is okay, and we'll give the answer. Okay, so let's try to divide a number by 0. Okay, so we'll enter variable 1, which is gonna be 5 maybe, and then let's enter 0. Okay, so 0 is gonna be the variable 2. So we divide 5 by 0, and this is not correct because you can't divide by 0. So as you can see here, exception in thread main java.long arithmetic exception. هذا نوع الاكسبشن. طيب، فلما نستخدم التراي ميثود او الكاتش ميثود لازم نعرف نوع الاكسبشن اللي احنا نتعامل معه. هو ما لازم، لكن يعني good practice ان يعني نعرف. So when we use the exception handling with try and catch methods, we need to know the type of the error. So the error here is an arithmetic error, arithmetic expression. So divided by 0 at the main in java.main in line 13. Here it will show you the line that is, you see, find y variable 2 could be 0. Okay, so here it shows us that in this line we have an error. Okay, because 0 can't divide it by 5 can't be divided by 0. Okay, and to solve this we want to use the try and catch methods. So before the code that you suspect it will be dangerous to your program, you want to surround it by the try method. طيب، فالكود اللي تحس انه يعني بيسوي لك مشاكل في البروجرام تستخدم التراي ميثود. طيب، او try keyword. Okay, so we will try this code. بنجرب هذا الكود، اذا صار error بنسوي catch. Okay, so try, we'll do this here, and then we will catch the error over here. Okay, so we can catch the error inside of the catch method. طيب، احنا الحين الايرور معنا arithmetic expression. So we have the error arithmetic expression. So let's copy this, and we will let the catch method know what expression, what exception that we are, what kind of error we expect to happen. Okay, so we'll give it a value of E or D or whatever you want to name it. It doesn't matter. And that's it. That's how you catch. So now we can tell the user that you have inputted something that is not good, or it will make an error inside of the program. So let's type on the screen. So you can't divide by 0. Divide. A 0 cannot divide by a 0. Okay. So now let's try this again. So let's say 4 divided by 0. And as you can see, this will not stop the program. It will execute the code here, and then it will execute the code under here, as you can see. Let's say code. Let's try again. 7 0. You see, it will print out the code after the catch method. Before, it will just stop the whole program. If we deleted the catch and try method, let's comment these out. Okay, so if I deleted the try and catch method, okay, you see the code will not, this word will not be printed on the screen. Okay, so 5 or 4 0. You see, the code doesn't here, the print statement here is not executed because the exception was not handled. طيب الخطأ يعني ما تعاملنا مع الخطأ، فلذلك يقفل البروجرام قبل يسوي هذا الكود. Okay, so let's turn everything back to where it was. Okay, and we can see that there is another error. This is an arithmetic error. خطأ رياضي. طيب الحين معنا. Let's say if we ask the user to input an integer but they input something else. Let's try to input something else. So first we're gonna input an integer. You see it doesn't do anything. But if I enter a string, let's say cat, we'll divide 4 by cat. So if I press enter, you see it gives me an exception in thread main, input mismatch exception. طيب input mismatch يعني خطأ، يعني اللي انت دخلته الحين ما يساوي، يعني ما نفس النوع اللي احنا نريده. So احنا الحين نريد integer هنا في variable 1 variable 2 واحنا دخلنا string. So يعني mismatch يعني غير متطابق. So the input that we have inputted here is not aligned with what we want here. So we want here an integer and we gave a string. So you can handle this also by doing the catch method again. So let's catch outside, catch again, and we'll type in the name of the error, and then we will give it the name of exception or E or whatever. Give it just a name. Okay, and we need to import the class. Cannot solve symbol, you need to import the java.utility input mismatch exception class to use this method. Okay, you need to do that, and then we can just tell the user that, hey, you can't divide a cat, it will die. Can't divide a cat. Okay, so we cannot divide a cat, it will die. And let's do that again. 1 divided by a cat, and you see doesn't execute this code here because it's not an arithmetic exception, it's a misinput exception. So we use for each error we use a different kind of method, okay, and different kind of solution. So hey, you can't divide a cat, it will die. And finally, we can just if we don't know what kind of error that we are dealing with, we can just use a default method, a default catch method, and we can just use the exception method. Okay, we can use just the exception class, and it will just work with every error, every other error. Okay, so this exception will happen if there is anything else that you don't know about. So there's no other error that can occur here, so this will not be executed, but you can use this instead of these two. You can use this instead of these two, but it's better to tell the user what is actually happening. If it is an arithmetic expression or an input mismatch or something else, you need to be specific. Okay, and that is it.